Before I get into everything else, I just want to let you guys know that I have a Discord down in the description if you guys would like to join that. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Today I'm here on the Air Superiority dev server with the Su-27, and this has its brother in the Chinese tech tree, which is the J11. Unfortunately, I don't have that. However, take a look at the preview here. It's almost the exact same thing. Currently, I think that the 3D model is slightly off, and they'll be updating that soon. Currently, it's just a copy paste, but the J11 should be slightly different. I think it also have a slightly different flight model, which it currently has the correct flight model for it, but I think it's almost the exact same as the Su-27. So I'm going to go back, take a look at the Su-27, and show you its modifications real quick. So overall, as you can see, I have this spaded enough. I have all the performance mods and the missiles, so all that matters. And real quick, I'll show you how I researched these. So I first did the flares and shaft, and then I did the R73, R27T, and then I needed to do one more from this, so I did boosters, and then I did R27R, and I needed to do two more from rank 3, so I did wings repair and cover. And then after that, of course, I went to the ET and ER. Now, this is the first aircraft in the game that can carry up to 10 missiles. And what the best loadout is going to be, at least in my opinion, will be 4 R73s out here. And then in here will be the 2 R27ETs and then 4 R27ERs. So if you didn't know, on these 4 inner pylons, which are just under the belly, you can only carry ERs or Rs. And on these outer, middle two out here on the wings, you can carry any of the missiles. You can carry R73s, ETs, T's, ERs, and Rs, all in this one. And then, of course, on these outer two, you can only carry R73s. So that's what I carry. And this thing, it does not have a drop tank. However, the Su-27 has enough fuel that it doesn't really matter. You can afterburn the entire match if you take a full fuel load, you're really not going to have a problem. I mean, unless the match runs really long, then you're probably not going to be running out of fuel. Even, of course, like I was saying, afterburnning the whole time. So, real quick, I'm going to jump into a test drive just to show you a few little things, the missiles, radar, and then after that, I will jump into a custom battle just to mess around for a few minutes while I talk about my thoughts on it. So as you see, we're sitting here in the test drive on your regular Russian map. And this thing actually has a decently short takeoff, if I remember correctly. And I took minimum fuel just because I want to show you the maximum flight performance this thing has. Though I will say, even on a full fuel load, before you start running down the fuel, it still has a pretty good performance. So that's actually really nice. And I'm going to start up here, put on flaps. This thing accelerates pretty well. And then I'm going to start pitching up. Just because this thing has so much lift. You can see we can already take off just that short, which is absolutely incredible. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to see if I can grab this F-86F. It's a little too far away for the Seeker. But as you can see, I can just like flip my plane around like this. Like, I can just throw it around. And if I put into full wheel mode, you can just go up like this, and just go straight up like that. And I'll pull a Cobra in just a second. I'm going to get up my speed. This thing has just absolutely absurd maneuverability. Like, real quick, I'm just going to throw it around. So you've had to flip around. Now, if you had a bit more energy, it'd work a bit better. I'm not really showing off for the full extent. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that for you. I'll speed up. Just want to be able to show you like the full maneuverability of this thing. It is absolutely ridiculous. You can pull off some, even without going into full real mode, you can just pull off some absolutely ridiculous maneuvers. So I'm going and speed up a little bit, and let's say I want to turn around and fire an R73, you know, he's a little too far away, but if I were just to turn around, just look at how fast this thing whips around. And yeah, you're definitely gonna want to get like expert crew on this. But if I, like, look at this thing, and that's just that. Even that's nothing. And honestly, I feel like I'm really not showing off the full extent of this thing. But look at that. I'm definitely gonna crash here. But you can just do some absolutely incredible stuff. And real quick, I'll take off again. So you have the R73s, the total of 4, and you have the 2 ETs and 4 27 ERs. Now, this radar, which I'm going to show you real quick, has 4 different modes. I don't remember correctly. It has search pulse Doppler, TWS, pulse Doppler head-on, and TWS head-on. Now, you can search out to 100 kilometers. I think that's the same in all modes. It is. And you can lock out to 80 kilometers in all modes. And now, of course, this thing has ACM, and of course it has just HMD in general. If I go ahead and lock this F86 up, fire an ER, and, you know, I mean, it's an ER, so it's just going to do ER things. But this will have, of course, you can have a total of 6 ERs if you want. Personally, I'd take 2 ETs and 4 ERs. But whatever you like. And I'm going to get out of this real quick, and then I will meet you in a custom battle. So I'll tell you now that ACM mode, you can lock up someone, and well, he just died. But last I checked, it was not working. Maybe it is working. I lock up my friendly here. He seems to be saying lock, so maybe it is actually working now. Previously, it might actually be working now, but previously, if you locked someone in ACM mode, it would not stay locked. That might actually hit. Wow. I guess it was an R73. But it seems like they may have fixed that, actually. However, you'll be able to just watch how I throw this thing around. And I'm just throwing around a little too much, just for fun. Watch, and maybe this ET will hit if he doesn't flare it, which... Oh, no, I went for those. But, like, just look at that ridiculous maneuver. There you go. There's the F-15. That's its HAL. Also, they changed the sonic boom sound, and they made it a lot deeper, so it actually sounds really good. I actually really like it. And the Su-27 also has its, there you go, the J11, that's its HAL. That sounds really good. The Su-11, and Su-27, both sound very similar to the F-15, but they do sound really good. Yeah, he seems to be in invincible mode, but still, you can see that a hit. See if this can hit. But just the maneuverability of the Su-27 in combination with the R-73 is just absolutely incredible. Like you can use this thing's maneuverability to just get you into position to be able to shoot it at an already absurd angle. Like that's... Oh wow, that actually might hit. It almost did. Let's see, this one will probably hit. But, like... And this thing only does have 96 countermeasures. They are large caliber though. Large caliber, if I can speak properly. Which isn't awful. So that will help a little bit. It is definitely better than a lot of the earlier stuff like the MiGs. Now, the MiG-29 SMT, of course, has that extra countermeasure pod that you can unlock. So it has a bit better... Okay, that did hit. He's just invincible. So you can have a bit more countermeasures on the 29 SMP. That's a little too close. But I'm probably gonna crash. Maybe not. Oh, wow. But like, as you can see here, like I was saying, just the incredible... It has pretty good thrust. So you might actually be able to save yourself from maneuvers like that are low to the ground. Which is just really nice. But this thing in combination with all these missiles is just going to be really good. Ooh, that was probably an AM3, which I just barely got away from, which I'm kind of shocked. In my F-15J video, you could probably see myself not getting away from AM3. Well, I was firing AM3s, and people were just not getting away from them. Even in head-ons, it was incredible. So I do think AM3 and R73 are like going to be the two best missiles in the game. Of course, the R73. I mean, they both have pros and cons. The R73 can definitely pull harder and do like more crazy maneuvers. The AM3 is smokeless, and it's harder to dodge. I'm really not sure which one I would prefer. Now, of course, the AM3 is on the F-15J, which doesn't have HMD, at least currently, though I think it should, since it is an F-15C. That's the whole thing that I went over. Those, models are messed up, of course, but it is the dev server. Stuff can still change. Like, of course, like the J11 still isn't completely done. And I think, but honestly, the way it feels right now, it feels as though the Su-27 is pretty much the way it's going to come. I don't really think there's anything about it they're going to change. The flight model seems fine. The missiles it comes with seem fine. I don't really see anything else that would be changing, honestly. So, I mean, unless someone finds something drastic and then posts that on the forums as a bug report, I think this is the way it's coming. Pretty much all the other planes that are coming are definitely going to be changing too. But again, this is just the way the Su-27 is going to come. Also, as you can see there, the F-15 still can rip its wings really easily. The Su-27 can rip its wings a little bit, but usually that's only at really high speeds when you're like pulling something like this, kind of, when you're trying to do that at higher speeds, then you'll rip like the tip of one of your wings. And see, if I just spam flares, that's like the best way I've found to dodge 9Ms and AM3s. You just have to spam flares and turn. As you can see, I can just turn around here real quick. And I can't imagine what it'll be like when these things have thrust vector in. Woo! Like, that's just incredible that I was able to pull off that maneuver. Oh, I did not think I was gonna hit. But I mean, like, I'm pretty, like, I even, like, throughout making this video, I think I've pretty confident that this is going to be what I go for at first. Of course, at some point, I will go for the F-15s. I will go for all of them. I still need to research a bit more of the... Oh, there we go. See, I wasn't paying attention. But I still need to... And I'll actually hop back into the hangar real quick. But like I was saying, for the Israeli F-15, I still need to research a bit more down the line there. But the Su-27, like I have the entire Russian tech tree, so I'll probably grind this out first. And if you guys didn't know, if you guys didn't watch the stream, the dev stream, the Su-27 is after the Su-17 M4. So if you guys are looking to get it quicker, you guys are going to want to grind down this line as fast as possible. I plan on using the SMT, which I don't have stated on the live server. I just stated on here to get those research bonuses. Which, if you didn't know, which by the way, I didn't know for a few years, which I've been playing this game for almost 7 years, and for the first like couple of years, I didn't know. But if you and now they tell you, of course, it's pretty hard to not know. But you get a tier bonus. You get, I think it's a fifth of the entire tier added up together, added to whatever vehicle you're researching. So you can plan it properly, like with a plane or with a couple of planes. If you like get them, so you have like one mod on each tier left on just a couple of different planes that are like higher tier to give you a lot of like extra rewards. You can get like a new plane, or you can do the same for tanks as well, or helicopters, I guess, or boats. Again, just everything in game you can do it for. But you can get something really fast. You can probably get it within a few games if you plan it out really well. So if you're looking to get, like grind out the Su-27 or any of the other new vehicles really fast, I suggest you do that. But I'll give you my last few thoughts overall. I think the Su-27, and actually real quick, like take a look at this. Look at size. The MiG-29, the Su-27 is huge. In fact, I think it's bigger than the F-14. But overall, I think the Su-27 is definitely going to be best. Having 10 missiles versus the SMTs, and I think no other Russian plane has, I think, more than 6 missiles, I think. So it's definitely going to be better than the SMT. When Fox 3s come and the SMT goes to R-77s, it might be a little bit better. Of course, like I was saying, I think I mentioned it, maybe not, but the ER is actually longer range than R-77s and earlier AMRAAMs. So this thing is still going to be really strong when those come. The SMT will be definitely a bit better because using ERs and R-77s together would just be incredible. But the Su-27, even then, is still going to be extremely strong. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and check out any of my other videos.